Assalamualaikum and good morning. Today our group 2, want to present about Immigration Department migrant scandal. Today I want to present about the overview. First of all, the Immigration Department migrant scandal involved corruption within the immigration system. Certain officials abuse their authority to allow illegal entry. This enables human trafficking syndicate to exploit weakness in border control. The issue reflects system integrity failures rather than unsolved misconducts.
Form of immigration corruption. The scandal involved bribery, abuse of power, document falsification. Some immigration officers accepted payments to approve illegal visas and permits. There was also collusion between officials and human trafficking networks. Causes of corruption: weak oversight and poor supervision, excessive discretionary powers, poor ethical culture and leadership, financial pressure and low wage. It created an environment in which corruption could thrive. These factors align with the fraud triangle theory, where opportunity, pressure, and rationalization contribute to corrupt behavior.
Impact of the scandal. The impact of the scandal was significant. Public trust in the immigration department declined. Migrants become more vulnerable to exploitation and abuse. National security was compromised due to weak border control. It will increase the risk of criminals entering and staying in the country illegally, threatening national security.
Accountability and response. Following the public exposure of the scandal, investigations were conducted and several officers faced disciplinary action or prosecution. However, the response was largely reactive rather than preventive. Concerns were raised about selective accountability, as most actions targeted lower-level officers, while senior officials were not fully held responsible. This demonstrates a weakness in the enforcement of integrity mechanism within the department.
Integrity failures. Leadership with the immigration department was weak, resulting in poor ethical guidance and decision-making. Codes of conduct were not enforced effectively, allowing misconduct and rule-breaking to continue unchecked. Whistleblowers had very limited protection, which discouraged employees from reporting corruption or unethical behavior. The combination of weak leadership, poor enforcement, and lack of reporting mechanisms created a system where corruption could continue over time, reducing public trust and confidence in the department.
Recommendation: strengthen audits and oversight. Internal audits and regular monitoring should be enhanced to identify irregularities, ensure compliance with procedures, and prevent corruption from going unnoticed. Strong oversight creates accountability at every level of the department. Reduce discretionary powers. Excessive discretionary authority can be abused. Clear guidelines and standardized procedures should be implemented so that decisions are transparent, fair, and less vulnerable to manipulation. Ethic and anti-corruption training. Continuous training programs are essential to educate officers about ethical standards, legal responsibilities, and the consequence of corrupt behavior. A well-informed workforce is less likely to engage in misconduct. Enhanced whistleblower protection. Secure and confidential reporting mechanisms must be in place, along with strong protection against retaliation. This encourages employees to report wrongdoing without fear, making corruption easier to detect and stop. Implement digital and biometric system. Technology such as automated tracking, biometrics, and digital record keeping reduce human error and manipulation. It improves transparency and accountability, making it more difficult for corrupt practice to occur within the immigration process.
My name is Kusing and we will talk about lesson learned. Corruption within government institutions as the immigration department poses systemic risks that can undermine governance, national security, and public trust. Addressing corruption proactively through preventive measure is more effective than relying solely on punishment after misconduct occurs. Ethical leadership is essential, and a strong integrity framework, including clear code of conduct, audit, and reporting mechanism, is necessary to maintain accountability and prevent future corruption.
So, the conclusion, corruption undermines governance, national security and the protection of human rights. To prevent similar scandal in the future, long-term reform and strong integrity systems are essentials. Transparency and accountability must be prioritized in all operations to restore public trust and ensure that government institutions function ethically and effectively.